Hey, that's my fish. Welcome back to Keen Plays. Today I have this little game here that I picked up today from a secondhand shop. It's from this version of it is from Fantasy Flight Games. Yeah, it's called Hey, That's My Fish. And I got it for $2.50, which is awesome. I was just looking around, and this was like the only game that somewhat stood out to me, and yeah, I just looked it up on Board Game Geek quick, and it's got a 6.7 rating from like 21,000 ratings. This is like a later version from Fantasy Flight. I'm not sure who the original one was, but this game came out in like 2003, and it's got bunch of accolades and awards, and yeah, there we go. Quite a bit of stuff in that little box. Also, this dice isn't actually meant for this game. I'm not sure why that was included in there, but free dice. And yeah, you get these little penguin figurines, 4 for each color, and each one has its own little thing going on. This one just pulled up a big fish. This one's running around with a fish in its hands. This guy's screaming out. and then yeah, this one just got like a huge pile in his hands. So yeah, those are super cute. Good quality. They were all there, so pumped about that. The game itself is really simple. You set up this game board like this, and everybody takes turns placing down their penguins. For a 4-player game, each player gets 2, and then 3, you get 3, and for a 2-player game, you get to use all 4 of your penguins. And yeah, you just set them out here, out on a tile with 1 fish, and then you move around and you collect fish, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most fish wins the game. Very simple. There's a little bit to do with the movement. You can move as far as you want in a straight line, but only in a straight line. You can't change directions while you're moving. You can't go through another penguin, and you can't go over missing spaces. Yeah, and then how you pick it up is whatever tile you were just on gets picked up. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Very simple. The one thing I did notice while I was doing this is that this is very tedious. This is like the worst part of the game is setting up, of course. You try and, get them close together, but then you got to be careful because you don't want them to, push around and mess everything up. So you got to be quite careful when you're putting this together. It's random, but you do kind of want to, get the 3 fish away from the other 3 fish and just kind of have everything dispersed somewhat evenly. Okay, there we go. And we are finally set up. So there is the game board. So then you just decide who places first, and you are allowed to place your penguin on any of the single fish tiles. Probably try and get near, the 3 fish if you can, I guess, would be a good strategy. Yellow going first, probably, go on to this one here, and then they would pick up this tile left behind them, which that's another kind of issue there, is that picking them up, you end up shifting all the tiles around as well. So you got to be pretty careful. So we'll go blue next. Blue can hop onto this one here maybe. That's gonna be, yeah, setting it up and then picking up tiles, a little bit of a pain for sure. And red can go next, so red can go all the way over to this one here. It's pretty neat. And green, go on to this one. So then it's yellow's turn again. And it doesn't say anything about, switching between your penguins. I think you can just move whichever ones are available. So in this case, this penguin here is kind of stuck, can't get onto any other 3 fish tiles, so might as well move this one here. Maybe all the way over to this one, snag that one before the blue gets it. Okay, blue's turn. So now this blue can actually go all the way over here and get that 3. And then red's turn. So now we have our final. Green gets all of these ones. Don't really have to play the rest of that out. Red gets these ones. And all of these ones, my goodness. And then yellow gets these ones. So that is the game. And then you just count up everyone's to see who had the most fish at the end of the game. So we'll start with blue. $21 for blue. Go red next. $25. So actually not much more for having such a bigger stack. But red is in the lead with 25. Go green next. $24. Dang. Close, but red is still in the lead with 25. Yellow's next. $24. 25, 26. There you go. So yellow pulls out the win Did they have? And they had less fish as well. So that was the other thing is if you tie with however many fish you have, so let's say that yellow only had 25, so red and yellow were tied, then red would actually win because they caught, or their stack is bigger. But in this case, yellow wins 26, and then red with 25, green with 24, and blue with 21. And that's the whole game. It is pretty sweet. The setup does kind of suck. It definitely takes a little bit to put together, and then when you're playing, especially at the start, you kind of have to be quite careful picking up the tiles, and you could definitely just bump the table and ruin the game. But I think that the game play itself and the mechanics, it's super fun, especially for I could see playing this with my friends and family and having a good time. But I think that this would definitely be a little better received for kids. It's a really easy to understand game. You're just trying to collect fish, just picking up tiles, moving fish around. Or moving penguins around. And there's really not much more to it. So it's a very easy to understand game, very easy to teach game. And I think that lends itself well to, children in mind. So yeah, but I'm super pumped about this game. Picked it up for $2.50. Yeah, I would say that if you can find it, I'd give it a whirl. I'd like a little, more feedback from playing with other people, but right off the hop, I'd give it, easily a 7 out of 10. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to leave a like or comment, feel free to. And yeah, if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. Thanks again for watching. See you guys.